Hey guys, and welcome to Let's Play SimCity 4 with me, xPooX. When we last left off, we finished up Garbage Land with 405,000 Sims, which roughly doubled our regional population. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going around getting ready for our high wealth, high density city. So I'm probably going to label this city as optional. Just to let you guys know that what I'm going to be doing in the video isn't necessarily going to be anything new. That having been said, I am going to do a few things differently to try and consume some of the regional demand that we've developed that we can't really, get rid of or what have you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Dirty Burger where Phil Collins is, and we're going to take a look. One of the things you'll note here is that we have a massive amount of demand for a whole bunch of different things. We're not going to use any of this demand because if we did put citizens here, it would be a gigantic problem because there's so much pollution. And we are going to use all this manufacturing demand, but what we're going to try to do first is we're going to try and take advantage of some of this low wealth commercial demand. Because we have a ton of it, we're going to try to use that to help this city, A, generate money, and to fill in some of the slots that we haven't been able to put industrial in, or that industrial hasn't necessarily been successful in. So what I'm doing is I'm just taxing all the different commercial services except for low wealth commercial services, just so that low wealth commercial services will be the only ones that grow. I'm going to make sure that the part by my highways has power, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to use medium density. I don't know if I should be using high density here for low wealth commercial services. I'm not 100% sure if it'll grow at all, but what I am going to do is I'll try medium, and I might try like a plot of high density and see where it goes from there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put right along here, and the idea behind this is that if you want me to sort of romance it, or bromance it, if that's your choice, is that there's a ton of workers here, and the workers need someplace to eat, and all these low wealth commercial service areas are going to give them somewhere to eat and somewhere to buy things like, oh, I don't know, electrical tape, and, like safety hats and all that kind of good stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and hit play, and we're going to see if that stuff will grow. I'm guessing it will, because low density commercial services, or low wealth commercial services, doesn't really take very much to get going. Right, and you can see we gained a whole bunch of profitability just from that little plot, and we have almost infinite demand in that area. And since we don't have any demand for dirty industrial, I think my guess is that's because I'm just putting down a power plant because we need more power. I'm gonna guess that's happening to us because the region is surpassing the point at which that type of demand is important, or nobody wants to work in the dirty industry jobs anymore because everybody's too educated. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Even though we did have some industrial jobs there, I'm going to zone commercial, and one of the reasons I'm doing that is that commercial zones are just straight up denser than industrial ones. Alright, and what that's going to do, I don't know if that zone will grow, but I don't think I can do that right now. I can't really do that. Well, I could do this. Yeah, that's okay. And like I said, the reason I'm doing this is commercial jobs will A, generate money that this city needs, even though it's profitable, and B, it'll help consume a demand that we're going to have a really hard time getting rid of. And it's important to note that we don't necessarily need to eliminate that demand so much as I want to take advantage of that demand being there and provide jobs for the Sims who want to work there, to increase the demands in other places, in other regions of the map. So, having more low wealth Sims located in, some of our other cities, yeah, that guy's not going to grow, so we're going to have to go like this and just de-zone that one plot, and then he'll grow. Yeah, there he goes. Alright, so now we've got pretty good profit going here. We're going to start building up some manufacturing areas. So we'll go to avenues. I'm going to try to keep this neighborhood split. And I might do something you know, like put a commercial district right in there. And there's plenty of traffic, so I'm hoping that that traffic will lead to plenty of customers. I'm not 100% sure if I believe that's going to happen. And like we've been seeing before, I'm going to try to direct traffic. Now, I'm very, very skeptical that this will be used. This overpass will be used by anything but incoming traffic. So I am going to direct the traffic to the entry zone down here. And that probably means that our plants are getting old, so let's go ahead and check on our power plants here. They all seem to be doing okay up there. They seem to be fine. And they're not over capacity, so what was that about? Time is up for one of my power plants. Which power plant? Ah, you. This guy is costing us a lot of money to keep up. Nope, that's not where I wanted to click. Yeah, I'll put down another coal plant. Just in case. I think we have a power deal going on here. It's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, we're selling power to darkness. So we could dial that back by a little tick there. Give us some more water. So I am downloading a game right now, which could be the feature of my next Let's Play, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try in this one not building more than one cross street to see if I can get most of the traffic down here. Not 100% sure how that's gonna work out, but we are gonna try it. And zone that industrial, and we'll go to water and hope I did this right. Good, I did. So the whole purpose of this is to generate demand, because every job will generate, oh, great. Every job you create in this game will actually generate all of the residential demands, regardless of what type of a density they are. They won't be, like if you build only low wealth commercial, they're not all gonna be instantaneously like, oh well, every high wealth sim can work in low wealth commercial. That's not how it works. But all these low wealth commercial spots and all these manufacturing spots that we're making will eventually provide like 1 or 2 high wealth jobs. So if there's 75 people there, maybe 10% will be high wealth jobs or something like that. I found that neat bit of information in my in this sim bible that I found somewhere. We don't have any garbage building up here, hey? That's good to know. So still plenty of manufacturing demand. I'm just trying to let it get a chance to increase there. And you can see right away what I was talking about here. If you look at one of these little small shops here, let's take this guy. He's employing 75 sims. This guy here is employing 25, and he's taking up 3 times the space, maybe even 4 times the space of this little guy here. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to use this area in industrial cities for that low wealth commercial there, because, you know, there's 2 reasons. The first reason is that it makes profitability in these industrial cities easier. The other reason is that I think, to me, when I'm building a city, I like a city that sort of like theoretically works, and since these little shops could provide, you know, the people working here with stuff, that works for me. But the other thing too is, like, if you guys look at this bar, it's stuck at 6,000. I bet you if we go to all of them, if we go over to the dope trailer and the LC and zone that commercial, I bet you we still won't eliminate this demand. I bet you this demand will endure because we have so many low wealth sims. And one of the things we can take advantage of that, one of the ways we can actually take really good advantage of that is by building it it will have an effect on high wealth, right? It will have a little bit of an effect on high wealth. Because it has an effect on high wealth, it'll make our big, super dense, high wealth, richy rich city work really, really well. Obviously not as well as if we had, if we just build more high wealth jobs, but there's only a certain amount of high wealth jobs that we can actually build. And what I want is, I want like immediate, super snappy growth that, you know, it happens instantly and it gives us really dense commercial buildings without without having to sit and deal with the demand structure running out. So one of the things I like to do is I like to go around my map and sort of miser each square in my whole region as much as I can. Like I said earlier, I like to do regional development because I really like my growth to be explosive, as opposed to like smaller and having to, you know, really work hard just to get a little bit of growth. I like that growth to be you know, sort of as fast as I can. So we've eliminated our needs for manufacturing positions here. So we're gonna go ahead and stop. We're hella in the money. We're doing really, really well. That city has never, I don't think this city has ever had that much money in its coffers beforehand. But so we can look and see how many. We got 15,000 commercial jobs, which is really, really good for just that little tiny bit of zoning we did. So I'm gonna go here to the dope trailer really, really quickly. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the zoning. Same thing here, set up our tax structure first, excuse me. Make sure we do that. Because what we don't want here is we don't want to waste any of our good commercial demand if we don't have to, and we don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dezone all of that manufacturing. And maybe we'll zoom in a little bit here. We're gonna put in some commercial. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna destroy this railway because it just didn't work. That would explain why that area wasn't growing for those in the class who are paying really good attention. We're probably like, you know, if you eliminate that railroad, you'll probably get more spares. Yeah, well. Xplex is nothing if he's not a maker of small mistakes. You can see that if you ever played Dota with me. Or, you know, you look at my spelling. And I don't need this guy anymore. Well, actually, that's probably a mistake. I'm gonna put that guy back. He's fine there. Herpaderp. There we go. So it looks like that. That's not gonna grow. So you kind of have to like. I mean, some of this looks pretty goofy. I guess. I mean, especially where I'm, you know, where I'm undoing work that that I, you know, or things that I've worked really hard at trying to establish, like, you know, this area or whatever. You know, this commercial demand, I think, will be valuable enough later on. Come on. Really? Is it because I put a zone in there? Alright. What was I saying? Looks goofy. We could even put parks back there if we really wanted to, but the reality is we just don't need to. So we'll see what kind of results we get from that. That's quite a few zones, quite a few low wealth jobs. I'm gonna let it grow. And I should have let the tax structure go in, because as you see, it's developed. It's developed before these went in, and you can see that right there. Oh, great, a fire. I like how it's paused and all the cars are still moving. So you know what? I'm happy with how that looks. What I want is not to have these buildings, but you know, I should have let the tax structure kick in first. So that's just something we'll have to deal with being here. And I'm gonna leave this region and go to our other industrial city. Nope, that's not an industrial city. Believe me, if there was an easy way for me to, well, not to do what I just did, I would. And I mean, there's options, like, if you have the small plots, which we don't have on this map, we could easily go to the small plots and just zone, like, low wealth commercial services. But we don't have any of those on this map, so... Oh no, we are out of power. What better a place to build? You know what, I'm doing this in the wrong freaking order. Yeah. If you want one way to, like, have millions and millions of jobs without having to earn it, you could always just drop the taxes to 0. Believe me. It'll send your demands skyrocketing. And I guess you could do that, like, I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, the times where you could do that would be in cities that are making such a ridiculous profit that all you want to do is you know, supercharge your regional development. I mean, that's a valid way to play. You know, there are cities in the world that do take a loss. I mean, most corporate bigwigs would tell you that taxation has no value, that it is a straight up loss. Alright, let's see if that grows up. And that'll profit the hell out of our region too. So we still have tons of high-tech demand left here, which should grow in this area, and I'm just going to let that run a little bit, just to see if we can't consume some of that, because those high-wealth jobs will really help us out. More than, I mean, building all this commercial will. These high-tech jobs are really quite important. So we may have to put down some desirability increasers to get it to grow up. See if that's enough parkage. We could also have put the parks right along there, which I think I said I was gonna do, but you know, I decided to put commercial in instead, because I'm an imperialist at heart. I like building, like. So what I'm doing here is, I'm pretty sure the way desirability works is it's a pool, and the more you add to it, sort of, the better it gets. So by building more, you're just basically increasing the desirability more. And one of the things we could do is fix this piece here I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that just yet, or if I want to leave that, how it is, medium wealth demand right next to our big medium wealth center. So we actually did put a little dent in our low wealth commercial sector, which is pretty good. And actually, I just thought of something. This is like as ghetto as it gets for SimCity. But there's space there, so I mean, we might as well use it, right? I don't particularly like the idea of rebuilding this this sector up anyway, since it really doesn't add anything to our playthrough, aside from, you know, an additional place to have high-tech jobs. But what we can do is, I've left space here for desirability increasers, parks and whatnot, and I think we can zone some commercial in there. That seems like it would be a good place to place commercial, since the commercial will grow from the parks. Let's see how that looks. See if we can't squeeze some more low wealth commercial out of our RCI indicator. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Just shops. And there you go, we got it down below 4,000, which is pretty good. And one of the things we can do now is we can leave here and we can go back to Garbage Land and see if we can't let some of that growth come to this city, because this city is going to be our main generator of high wealth needs. So yeah, it didn't make a big difference at all. Probably because this area is just so dense. Oh, we did get some growth. Looks like some of the low wealth residential growth is coming through here. And some big buildings. I'm really happy with this city. This is the most dense city I've ever built in SimCity 4. I've never had more people in a city plot than that city. So this will be up there as like just an optional abridged video. I hope you guys like it. The next step will be to probably build our high wealth mega city right there. I hope you join me next time for Let's Play SimCity 4, where we play more SimCity 4. Thanks for watching.